You don't have to fake being strong. Not with God. He's waiting for you to go to him in your weak moments so that he can strengthen you, so that he can meet you, so that he can rebuild you, so that he can heal you, so that he can minister to your weary heart. You see, the problem is, and the reason, the number one reason why many of us don't ever experience those facets of God that we read about in the Bible is because we have too many fillers in the way. We've got too many resources and outsources and call a friend and go to our therapy appointment and talk to the pastors and get prayer and go to this and go to that and entertainment at our fingertips so that we can check out and just not have to think about what we're struggling with or what we're afraid of or what we're really feeling inside. I call those fillers. But I'm telling you, as soon as you start removing those fillers in your life, you don't pick up your phone when you're hurting. You don't call a friend when you're struggling. You call out to God. I promise you, he's going to show up. There was one night that I was so broken. I was falling apart. I had all my kids in bed and I was breaking down. And I found myself on the floor, the hardwood floor, weeping, like ugly girl crying, like tears, snot. I'm overwhelmed. The season of life was so overwhelming. I didn't know how I was going to keep going. I just started bawling my eyes out. And honestly, I was crying from a place of hopelessness and a place of, I just need to be rescued and I don't know what to do. The tears were coming so strong and so hard, I didn't think I was going to be able to get up from that position. And all of a sudden, this enveloping presence showed up. God showed up. I was crying out to him, though. I was crying out in that moment of desperation with my whole heart. I was seeking him. I didn't turn to anyone or anything else. I was breaking down, and I invited him into that breakdown, and he showed up. And all of a sudden, I have his enveloping presence around me. I am not even kidding you. In my mind's eye, I could see myself being held by him. I curled up in his arms, and he held me while I cried. And my tears went from, I don't know how I'm going to get up, and I don't know how I'm going to keep going, to tears of relief, because I felt such a supernatural peace and such a supernatural comfort in that moment. It was mind-blowing. Not only did I experience the peace that surpasses all understanding, but when I came out of that moment with him, I felt strengthened. That peace and that comfort met me in such a powerful way. And all of a sudden, this strength rose up from within me. And I knew with that kind of presence, with that kind of power, with that kind of peace, with that kind of comfort, I'm going to get through this hard season. I want to encourage you today. Don't go to your natural place to check out and check in with God and allow him to meet you where you're at in that weak and vulnerable moment. Meet you with his peace, meet you with his comfort, meet you with his strength so that you can get back up and keep going.